Ladies and most gentlemen, today we're going to talk about Shadowlands and more specifically one of the features of Shadowlands, which is extra character customization. Now before we get into any of that, I just want to thank the sponsor of this video, and that is my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MrGM if you want to check me out playing World of Warcraft, twitch.tv/MrGM. Now, at BlizzCon, they came out and announced that they're adding more customization to the core races of World of Warcraft. They showed off some brand new human faces, they showed off some dwarf tattoos, they showed off some troll tattoos, they also showed off undead. Now, for undead players, this was pretty huge. They announced that you will be able to hide your bones on your character in Shadowlands, but also in this image that they showed off 6 brand new hairstyles, 3 for undead males and 3 for undead females. But it turns out, thanks to the guys at the wow.tools Discord, that the developers have actually added these hairstyles to the game files already. They're not accessible in game, but they are accessible in the game files. So in this video, we're going to check out those 6 brand new hairstyles, talk about them a little bit, and show them off in WoW Model Viewer. So let's just jump straight in with the first one for the undead male. This is the first hairstyle right here. It's a long-haired variant of the undead, which is something we have seen before, but not quite in this style. This is a lot different to what we're used to. This actually looks like a pretty much straight rip from the human female hairstyle. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually took that, but it looks very, very similar to it. Not a ton to say about it, really. I'm not sure if it's going to be as used as some of the other ones, because the other ones are definitely a lot more interesting than this hairstyle we have here. Sorry, it's a little bit finicky to move around. There we go. Yeah, so it's not too bad. I mean, it's definitely something new. It's something different, but again, it's not a showstopper. So the next one, however, is pretty darn out there. Now this, as I said, was shown off at BlizzCon, and it's pretty punk. It's pretty punk. You could see every undead rogue that's ever existed in World of Warcraft changing their haircut to this. This is like a real punky kind of metal. It's not a million miles away from the Dark-Eyed Dwarf hairstyles, which were pretty punk and metal. And obviously, practicality-wise, you're not going to see a ton with that fringe right there. But it is very cool. I really do like it. It's so different to some of the other hairstyles, and you can definitely, you look at that and you go, that's new. That's a brand new hairstyle right there. And I think, yeah, this one is definitely really cool. I think it suits them quite nicely as well. Having that kind of long fringe sticking down at the front there in the middle, but as I said, not very practical. But yeah, a cool hairstyle nonetheless. So let's check out the final one for the undead males, and that is this one. Yep. This one right here, like a long-haired version of Brock Lesnar or someone that shops in a Supreme store. Not really too sure what they're going with this. It's a little bit different, but yeah, I like it. It's wild and crazy, kind of similar to the undeads. A little bit punk rock again, similar to the last one. Shaved on the sides there as well, which is kind of awesome. But from the front, it definitely looks a lot better than it does from the side. But again, these are early previews, so there is obviously subject to change, but it is really cool to see these Shadowlands hairstyles coming into the game this early on. Don't really know why. I don't know if they're planning on bringing them in at all during 8.3, maybe through the barbershop or something like that, maybe a slow rollout, but they're in the game files, so in theory they could easily just kind of flip the switch on them. But yeah, this one is definitely out there. It's a little bit weird, but so let's just jump straight in with the undead females, who have definitely got some really awesome options compared to the males, in my opinion. Okay, so this is the first female hairstyle. All you boomers out there have instantly thought Elviria, Mistress of the Dark, and me too, personally. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is inspired by that specific hairstyle, which would make sense due to the subject matter of what she's in and everything like that. But I think it really does suit the undead females quite nicely. I think it's a really nice looking hairstyle for them, honestly. It's a little bit different to what we're used to, but again, I really do like the fact that they are kind of pushing the boat out with that. And this is probably the tamest of the female hairstyles as well, because some of the others are pretty interesting. So let's just jump on to the next one. Now, annoyingly, with this one and the next one, there is a bit of a bug on Model Viewer. You can kind of see their hairline still in there, but this one actually stops back there. If you look at the original image from BlizzCon, you can see that this hairstyle kind of has a bit of a terrible hairline, if anything. But again, it's a longer hair for the female, just with no fringe at all, or bangs, depending on where you're from. And yeah, so just kind of envision without this kind of weird forced hairline. It kind of stops up there where the mouse is. specifically. So not really too much to say about it. The next one definitely is gonna turn some heads, and I really like it. Honestly, I'm not much of a Horde player, but yeah, look at this one right here. Yeah, so this is pretty darn gnarly. Now, again, with the bug with Model Viewer, this has actually got shaved sides. So this bit of hair here and at the front and stuff, it is literally just the spikes and the kind of thrown over hairstyle with lots of hairspray or something. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it's kind of similar to the gnome hairstyle. As I said, it is actually shaved on the sides. If you look at the original image from BlizzCon, that's the way that it looks. But as of right now, on the model viewer, it doesn't actually display that. So a bit annoying, but you can kind of get an idea of it. This hairstyle is so freaking cool. It matches perfectly with the undead male one, you know, the one with the big fringe. You could probably run together, and this is definitely going to be some sort of undead rogue hairstyle 100%, but I really like that. My only worry about hairstyles like this specifically is that it might clip through some gear. I really hope that it looks good with gear. Specifically, it's something you'd have to try out if you could actually get access to this inside the game. But yeah, guys, that is the 6 brand new hairstyles that are coming to undead players in Shadowlands, in the Shadowlands pre-patch. Whenever that drops this year in 2020, we will have access to these 6 brand new hairstyles and the option to hide bones, which is going to be really good. So let me know down below what you think of these hairstyles, if you think it's a good step in the right direction, if you're going to use any of them. If you're an undead player, are you happy with these options coming in? I'd love to know what your thoughts are, and if we do end up finding some brand new hairstyles in the game files, I will make some videos on those as well. But the undeads were the ones that they only really showed new hairstyles of at BlizzCon. So before I go, I'd like to give a massive shout out to our amazing patrons, YouTube channel members, and Twitch subs. You guys are awesome, and if you'd like to support the channel in any of those ways, links are down below. So leave a like on this video, guys, if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. I've also got a partner Discord channel with over 3,000 members. And I'm now streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM if you want to check me out on stream. Streaming World of Warcraft, having a really good time with 8.3 right now. Also playing Classic, so twitch.tv/MrGM. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.